I didn't care anything about the police. I mean, it was basically like us against them, so you didn't even look at them like, even though they had to serve and protect on the side of their car, that didn't mean that for us.
I remember crying when I saw the riots. Why would these folks want to do this to their own community? But I also remember thinking, how could those police officers beat that man like that?
Literally, kids were sleeping in bathtubs because bullets were flying. Gangs controlled entire neighborhoods.
Era un pueblo que estaba abandonado a su suerte prácticamente, sin muchas oportunidades para romper un constante ciclo de miseria.
It was a police state. People lived in a reign of terror. As a civil rights lawyer, I'd go back to my office and I would say, this just isn't right. This just can't be allowed to continue.
I was scared to go to school because my older brother and my older sister used to get jumped and bullied. It gave me fear to go to school walking by myself. My best friend, I met him because he threw a paper ball in my face in class, and I got mad and I told him, I said, what the hell, why did you do that? And then he felt bad and he walked me to lunch and everything. He was saying sorry all the way back to lunch. When it was 12th grade, we promised each other we were gonna be in the honor roll and we were gonna wear the white robes. My friend was at his older brother's house. They were fixing a truck and like out of the nowhere, there was like a drive-by and he was a victim. He got shot. And while he was heading to the hospital, he gave up in the ambulance. And I just wanted to give up school. I felt it was my fault that he died because I couldn't be there, as he was there for me all the time.
If the kids can't walk to school safely without dodging bullets, that's not right. If they can't walk in the hallways of their schools without gangs accosting them, that's not right. Without safety and freedom from violence, you don't have anything. I had a vision of children waking up and walking down the street with no bullets and no drive-bys, and they have safe passage. Some of the ex-gang members started working with us. They created gang intervention teams, and they started protecting the kids. We began working with the police to give them a different vision, and the churches started offering a presence when the kids would walk by. And we just began, institution by institution, getting them focused on the mission of child safety.
We felt that it was our obligation to go in there and to try to change the ground level dynamics by trying to implement what we call the comprehensive violence reduction strategy. It's a understanding of the root conditions in the community where there's violence, that we need prevention, intervention, reentry, targeted community policing, and equity in services, coordinated under 3 guiding principles: to be data-driven, mutual accountability between government and community, and that it honors existing leadership and assets in the community. We spend enormous time in Advancement Project gathering data from residents, youth, focus groups, because we truly want that community voice to be lifted up and to be part of the solution.
The Community Safety Partnership was the brainchild of the Advancement Project. Connie Rice was able to hold LAPD accountable, to build relationships with Chief Bratton and Chief Beck, who were game changers for the way LAPD is now and how we're policing today. We have officers officers going into communities and building relationships with gang members, building relationships with youth that have grown up in this community and seen their dads go to jail, their brothers go to jail. Building relationships with moms who are trying to raise children in a community that has a lack of resources. A statistic can't show a little kid who at one time used to run from a police officer and now they run towards you and they've got their report card in their hand. Or they want to tell you, thank you for paying for me to become a Girl Scout, and now I'm proud, and now I want to be a cadet, or I want to be a lawyer. The new LAPD has become the way that they are now because of people like the Advancement Project, because of people who are now willing to do gang intervention and hold law enforcement accountable, because we want to work with the schools, the Latinos, the nonprofits, the faith-based, because we are willing to work together with everyone.
That's where I met Don Arturo, and he told me to participate in the leadership training with the Advancement Project. I started meeting a lot of people and their problems, that they also went through the same things I did. I started connecting with them. I started talking, and that's where I tried to start making a change there.
So many of the places throughout the country where violence is entrenched, communities are disempowered, and residents feel really like isolated. They can't really solve this problem. We have shown that even the immigrant, monolingual, Spanish-speaking Latino residents of Watts, who live with this great fear of gangs and retaliation, can participate. We can help them develop their capacity and become empowered to become leaders of this effort towards safety.
Y el hecho de que se ha podido desarrollar una colaborativa de escuelas, de iglesias, de líderes que están interesados en el mejoramiento de la comunidad, esto está avanzando a pasos agigantados.
I'm proud that the deaths are going down. I'm proud that as many people not going to the penitentiary.
We now have 45 police officers who have been trained, who have seen this transformation, who can stand up and say, this works. That's exciting. And I want that 45 to grow into another 45, into another 45.
I did start seeing a difference for when I was going to school. So now, it's safer.
It will disappear tomorrow like it never happened if we don't keep working every day at it. And if the political leaders in this community don't understand the miracle that the residents of Watts have brought about with us.